Sportsman's Adventures is presented by Yamaha.
Hey, welcome to Sportsman's Adventures. And if you're not sure what we're doing, I don't think we really know ourselves. Just kidding, Jeremy. We came up to St. Pete. It's the month of May and the poons are everywhere. Go, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Only a mama could love that mouth. Bringing home the snappers. That's what Florida is famous for.
Today's adventure takes us to the west coast of Florida in the Passage Key Inlet. Captain Jeremy Lee shows us the tarpon phenomenon that happens for just a few months out of the year. The only catch is that you have to get up extra early for this bite.
This is awesome. Now, you know, the West Coast bass fishing a lot different than what we do in the Everglades. It's more like what happens in the channels of the Florida Keys, you know? And, you know, it's just these big wads of fish. They lay in these channels at nighttime, and then they, as the sun comes up, they start moving. I see them. Yep.
Perfect cast, Rick. Perfect.
Well, it's only perfect if I get bit.
Give it 10 seconds. Calm down, baby. Calm
You're good.
down.
Don't forget to bow to him if he jumps.
Yeah, I'm gonna get underneath you. Man, you're right in him.
Come on, boys. Somebody giggle. Somebody a little, just, oh, Daddy just needs a little nibble. Little nibble, nibble.
He's bumping those other fish down there. I can
Yeah.
feel him.
Your guy's staying with the school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, get him, Rick. Got a double. Attaboy. Oh, get up.
Oh, look at that fish, double header.
Let me come under you. Chaos, baby.
Look at them all jumping all over the place.
They're out of control.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
he's coming
right
in
in
aboard.
front of us.
He's coming aboard.
Nice.
Wow.
That was cool. It's all cool, but that was cool.
Love the aerial show. Oh.
Still there?
Yeah, man.
Nice, nice.
Of course he is. Jeremy. I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and drove from Miami to be at the boat ramp at 5.
You woke up now, aren't you?
This is the way to wake up. Using the Akuma Azor 80 loaded up with Suffix 832. This is 40 pound. So it casts still real well. We got a piece of 40 Invisalign, 5.5 feet long.
He's gonna do it to us, isn't he?
And then we have a piece of 80 for a shock leader. Look at this goofball.
Stay low.
If I was lucky,
this is the lesson on what
this
not to
tarpon
do.
would jump right in your dumb son of a...
That right there is a lesson
Have
on
a clue, guys. Go
what
over the
not to do.
side. Ding dong.
Well, that's a country miracle. We got 2 fish on still. That's awesome. We'll take it.
She got one on over there. And got 2 on over there. It's not a 25-minute deal, is it? When they're in 20 feet of water.
No, it's not. Typical wisdom is you just try to whoop them like you do on the beach. But when they can dig like this, it's different. Get your workout in.
Yep. I like that Macaira rod with a
In the right way.
it's a California taper, which means real sharp. Oh, I
sheared
just
you.
got cut off on another fish, I think. Yeah, or he wore through the leader. Got cut off. Cool. Well, now I can help you with yours, Jeremy. We've had this fish on for about 15 minutes. You know, and the difference between fishing them here and fishing them in the Florida Keys, the water's a lot deeper. So the fish can use that for their advantage. And they sit here in the current and they get all the oxygen they need. This fish has only jumped, I think, one time, which that doesn't help.
No, and he looked good when he came up too. They all look good.
Doing good, Jeremy. Slide back there and get those Rapala gloves. Now remember, if he's I know I don't need to tell you, but I'm telling you so that the people at home know. If the fish is going to the left, you're gonna pull to the right.
Kind of
the fish is going to the right, yeah, you wanna always lay that line right down his back. It's like you're woeing the horse, pulling straight back on the reins.
He's coming up in the water column a little here. We might get a
Don't forget to bow to him. If he comes up and jumps, he's probably gonna roll. There you go, you rolled him over. Rolled him over there.
Pull free.
Oh no.
Pull free. They're right in front of us though, Rick.
Oh no.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Rapala. Catch the latest at Rapala.com. Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. Okuma. There's no stopping Okuma. VMC, your expert in hooks. Williamson Lures. For the pelagic playground. Ameritrail, building trailers for over 30 years. Soft Science, Supreme Comfort Footwear. And StarTron, cures and prevents ethanol fuel problems.
At Yamaha, reliability is a family tradition. Meet the next generation. 4 new advanced technology-inspired inline 4-cylinder performers. Bred from the reliability and boater satisfaction that is part of Yamaha's DNA. They prove that when power gets lighter, faster, stronger, and smarter, boating gets even better. And more satisfying for boaters like you.
Remember the glory days of gasoline? It's just not made the same anymore.
Kick your gas into gear with StarTron. Pump up the performance in all of your engines. Cure the problems of ethanol with the power of enzymes. And maximize your mileage every time you drive. Kickstart your engines with StarTron.
We've made our name helping anglers unlock the water's hidden secrets. Hit the switch. It's time to reveal even more. AutoChart Live gives you the power to build your own high-definition maps anywhere in the world in real time. Because when you know the unknown, you can do the unheard of. AutoChart Live. Only from Humminbird.
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide and seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
So Jeremy, the hookup here that I got is, I got this box full of all the Rapala VMC stuff. We got boxer jig heads and 9-0s, 8-0s, 7-0s, and then 5-0s. And we got 40-pound Suffix and Vizzy. I got 5.5, 6 feet of that. And then I got about 3 to 4 feet of the 60 or 80. Now that the light's getting up a little bit, I've switched to 60. And I might lose a fish, he might wear through the leader, but you gotta get the bite. So we're just tying this on with basically, That's a bowline is what I'm using, which forms a loop knot, and the tag end faces backwards. So when I snip that, it won't be sticking up, so that if a weed or something comes by, we get a lot of grass in the park. So it's just a good habit. Jim Ross from the East region showed me that. It works pretty well. Little loop knot, circle hook, 7385 in black nickel, VMC, works perfect. Just enough gap to go right there, as you refer to as the button. Gonna put it right here. And then he's gonna talk like this after we catch him.
Oh. Nice, Rick.
Thank you for having me here, Jeremy.
My pleasure.
Tarpon fishing, it doesn't matter where it is, the Keys, the Everglades, it's always exciting. When they got so many fish, what's the problem is it's hard to break their spirit because they see their buddies down there and they want to swim back down there and get in school. It makes it tough. See him down there, Jeremy?
Getting close?
Yeah.
All right, I got the gloves on. This is the battle time here.
Yeah. The only thing you can do when this is going on, he's down there circling the boat, is just keep pressure on him. Don't let the boat line hit the side of the boat.
Stay down
if you
low
get
like
underneath
that.
the boat like that, open the bail, go around the front of the boat, cross over. The line won't ever break if it's not tight.
Fancy move right there.
You like that?
I do like that. Nice.
The fish is hooked, he's hooked.
Right.
There's a leader. He likes going underneath the boat.
He does. It's like he's done this before.
Switch my feet. Short pumped. When he's going away, just let him go. That's when fish get broke off, is when they surge right here at the boat. Once he stops, go back to applying a lot of pressure.
Yeah, there's color.
I see him.
Good fish.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Good fish.
There's a leader.
Leader's high.
Gonna jump.
Here comes.
Perfect. Gotta bow to them right there when they jump. Especially when they're that close.
Right.
Because out of that water, he's 100 pounds, if that's what he weighs.
When they jump like that, especially when they're close, wears them down pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like a nosebleed.
Right.
Here you go, Jeremy, you wanna grab that?
Think you're ready?
Pretty close. That's 40 and 60 down below.
Okay.
You can let go anytime you're ready.
All right. Hold on, baby.
Get him, buddy.
Hold on, Rick.
I'm good.
Hold on.
Let him go. He didn't like being
You don't
grabbed by
like
the
me.
face.
Oh yeah. All right, perfect. That time.
There you go,
You got it,
Jamie. Hold on to him, Jamie.
I don't need a broken
Don't
nose.
let-
Oh, there's another shower. Doing me.
I love it.
Huh.
And I know as an angler, this is when it really hurts. Your body's tired, everything's fatiguing.
What you're
Been
saying?
about
you want-
20 minutes.
What you're saying is you want me to grab him? is what you're
No, no, no. But what I am saying is, I know how it feels, you
Yeah.
know? Your back's hurting, deep water, fight straight down.
On to that rod. Yeah, it's right up top.
Good.
There she is.
Good job.
Good job, Rick.
Oh man, I couldn't have done it without you.
It's beautiful, man.
Go ahead and pop the hook out.
You ready?
We'll let her go.
Okay, you clear?
Let her go whenever she's ready.
I think she's all right, actually.
Well, you can give her an extra second or so
Yeah,
to
let me
face
get
it
her
into
in
the
there.
tide.
She's ready.
Kick her in the belly.
There she goes.
Hey! Thanks for inviting me up.
Thank you for having me. Good job, man.
That's the way you start off a Monday morning.
That's right.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Power Pole, Swift, Silent, Secure, Contender Boats, Performance through Innovation, FWC, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, Cletus Cubs, Tie One On, Maverick Boat Group, makers of premium boat brands Maverick, Hughes, and Pathfinder, the American Fishing Tackle Company, precision tackle and performance clothing since 1958. The Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line. And Humminbird, simply, clearly better.
You know there's more to it than luck. There's fishing the right bait, the water temperature, the wind, the season, and then there's the boat. We'll put it simply, the boat matters. To own a Contender is to own the best sport fishing boat on the market, period. Contender offers the most comprehensive model range with bigger, faster, and more fuel-efficient boats than the competition. There's only one choice for serious anglers. Contender Boats. Performance through innovation.
Shallow wrap shad's a jerkbait with a secret move. When you pause, the lure slowly rises. I tell you, man, it makes fish come unglued.
At Yamaha, reliability is a family tradition. Meet the next generation. 4 new advanced technology-inspired inline 4-cylinder performers. Bred from the reliability and boater satisfaction that is part of Yamaha's DNA. They prove that when power gets lighter, faster, stronger, and smarter, boating gets even better. And more satisfying for boaters like you.
As close as you're gonna get to a sure thing for catching billfish is Casa Vieja Lodge.
They're here, man. This has been a 20-year run, buddy. These things haven't left, there's no cycle.
When it comes to sail fishing, this is the real deal. The amount of sailfish here is ridiculous.
After the morning tarpon bite is done, why not motor north to Egmont Key State Park? It's just north of Passage Key Inlet in St. Petersburg, Florida, and provides a cool little retreat for a lunch break. Egmont Key's history began in 1848 as the first lighthouse on the entire west coast of Florida and has been utilized for a wide variety of purposes. During the Third Seminole War, the island served as a camp for captured Seminoles. During the Civil War, Egmont Key was home to the Confederate troops and the Union Navy. And during the Spanish-American War, the United States built Fort Dade. The island had evolved from a hospital encampment to a full-blown city with a population of over 300 with roads and electricity. Today, Egmont Key is a state park and a wildlife refuge. The only way to the island is by boat. But once you get there, you can tour the sights and trails, as well as swim, fish, and picnic. And that's why Egmont Key is this week's Costa Cool Place and Moment.
After the morning tarpon bite is over, there's plenty of time left in the day. So Rick and Jeremy do what they do best, fish.
Get him, Rick. He got me in the rock. He's coming out, though.
Nice.
Oh, got me back in there. I think he came out. Yeah, he came out. I got him out. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I got so lucky on that. I felt him rubbing me around the rock. Now that I got him out of there, I'm gonna go easy. He's a little guy, but I got lucky. I was lucky dog on that one, man. Lucky dog. Oh. Hooked in the corner of the mouth.
Right in the corner.
I love it. Snooky!
So they're pretty uptight to those rocks. I mean, he ate it.
They are right up against
and
the
they
rock.
go right back in
It's
it.
hard to believe with this swell that they
they're
can
not
be
getting
so tight to the rocks and not be getting slammed
Pushed
in
into
the
it.
rock.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was thinking the same thing. Right in the corner. Perfect.
Now, Jeremy, you know, we had a snook closure for a few years because of the freeze in 210, and they just opened it back up in 215. What do you think?
I think it did a lot of good for us, to be honest.
I do too.
I think this is the best year that I can remember.
It's a very, very
Snook fishing.
quick recovery.
Very fast.
Because we were at record amounts of snook before the freeze.
Correct.
And I think we have bounced back pretty well. Flamingo still not quite like it was, you know, back then. But here, you guys are doing
Absolutely.
very, very well. You're this time of year the mainstay. If you're after your tarpon fish early in the morning, is snook.
Going
right?
snooking. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
it's pretty much taking priority over our redfishing even.
So that's what we do. We go tarpon fishing. You take your shots at the tarpon, whether they're in the pass or they're coming out of a pass and then moving down the beach. And then after the sun gets up nice and high, if the sea breeze picks up, you go snook fishing. That's what you do on a full day. You know, here in St. Pete, Tampa, Sarasota, no matter where the area, that's the typical pattern on the west coast of Florida. Hey man, I need another pilchard.
Coming right up. Got one on?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Now, Jeremy, if somebody wants to come and fish with you, what time would you recommend them to come? What time of year?
I like late March, and we like April.
Spring?
Yep, spring, and then, you know, in the summertime we have a good tarpon fishery, but it gets real hot real quick here. So in the summer, we're fishing first thing in the morning for tarpon, and then we're probably going later in the evening. So spring and fall, I would say, are my top two favorite
All right,
times
so
to fish.
tell
Lots of
people.
opportunity.
So what do you do? 4-hour, 6-hour charters?
Yep, we'll do 4, we'll do 6. We can do some family charters. We can do, you know, the hardcore guy who's been doing this his whole life. We have people fly in from all over the country and Canada and all over the place. And it's a pretty neat experience to meet different people every day.
Yeah.
That's what's part of the fun for me. That and this, of course.
All right, that's awesome. Now guys, look here, whenever after you catch a snook, this is really, really important that you check this. If you notice here, we have a couple little tiny frays, and even though the water's dirty, that little fray right there, you can see how it loses its transparency. See how it gets chalky looking. That can be the difference of getting a bite or not getting a bite. When you look at it against this black, you can really see how it loses its transparent fluorocarbon. So remember that, whether you're fishing fluorocarbon or just straight mono, you get a fray on the line. It's not so much whether you're worried about the fish fraying you off. That's always a consideration. But the big thing is that can be the difference of not getting the bite because they can see the line. Even though the water's a little dirty, still matters. That's a big snook. That's a big snook. I thought you had a redfish on.
I wasn't sure either.
Easy. Oh, yeah.
Hold on, baby.
Okay, don't get us, boy. Come on.
Coming at you.
Oh, look at this fish. He's hooked right in the corner of the mouth. Holy cow. Nice, Jeremy. That's a friggin' stud snook right there on the West Coast. Dang, look at that, baby. Good job.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a grown-up.
That is a grown-up. Man, that fish is hooked 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Inside, outside. Where's my pliers? In the back.
Yeah,
Nice.
sure are. You need them?
I think I can get it out. There we go. Nice. Jeremy, you told me there was some big fish laying down this edge, and we just had to wait for the tide to come up and get moving. And this is what happens when the tide comes up. And this is what happens when the tide gets to moving. Holy moly. Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
That's what makes great Sportsman's Adventures right there.
It's been a full day of fishing on the West Coast, tarpon rolling in the morning, and a truckload of snook in the afternoon. Now that's what you call a sportsman's adventure. Keep up with the latest Sportsman's Adventures news and events by logging into our website at sportsmansadventures.com and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Coming up next week on Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy.
It's gonna be drag screaming, line peeling, rod busting. You can't imagine what's gonna happen this week out of Big Pine Key.